Alright guys, we are down here with Lulu. Oh my god, Lulu's like a piece of popcorn. Look at you, Lulu. Oh, happy girl. Alright, so we're down here with Lulu. I'm going to do her video recap for her week 1 after the same training program. So I'm going to show you guys everything that we've been working on with Lulu and her litter mates in this first week. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started here. So when you registered for the program, you got your initial confirmation email. There are a few resources in there. One of them will take you to our YouTube channel where you can watch these videos. Another one is a link that will take you to a web page. There's some handouts on that web page, and there are also there's also the video library in there. That one's important. I'm going to be showing you these things that we've been working on in order for them to make more sense. Please watch the video library. I go into more into detail of how we train the behavior, why we train the behavior. As you can imagine, doing so many puppies in a row, I just can't talk that much, okay? So I'll say this is what we're doing in this video, but I might not go into super detail about it, okay? That's what your video library is for. Get that toy. Oh my god, Lulu is just like on another level right now. You're so cute. Also on there too is a link to book your Zoom lesson, but everybody was doing it wrong. Nobody was putting in the code because it's supposed to be a complimentary lesson. I got sick of issuing refunds, so we stopped that for right now until I figure something else out. So we will reach out to you, or you can send us an email and we'll get your Zoom set up for you and booked for after your puppy goes home, okay? All right, Mama. So why don't we get started here? I'm going to steal this toy from Lulu. We're going to be using food, and I have cheese for these babies. It's just what these guys are preferring. Whoops, that's what we're using. So, where's my clicker? Here it is. I'm going to get some food. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my clicker. And the first exercise that we work on with these little babies is charging the clicker. Watch the video in your video library. This will make more sense. I'm going to start by clicking and feeding, and I'll do this maybe 3 to 5 times in a row. Lulu, you're crazy. You crazy. Yeah, where is it? There it is. Good girl. Yeah, super girl. That's a big piece. And now you're waiting patiently. You know what I got. Super dog. Now after we've charged that clicker a few times, we're going to move into following a food lure. I'm going to show you how you hold the food. So I got a flat palm. I take my thumb. I just cover the food like that. Then that's how I show it to the puppy, okay? I'm not holding it like this. That's how you get your fingers bit. I'm holding it like this. Okay, so now I'm taking this palm. I'm going to show it to Lulu. She's connected to the food. She's licking it. I move her, and I click, and I release that cookie. Good girl. Wow, you super puppy. Let's do that a few times. Okay, we can also pair their name with this. Lulu. So we're also teaching the dog what their name is. Okay? Lulu. You can see I'm alternating hands. Wow, what a good girl. We want that dog completely connected to our food hand. Lulu. Super. Okay, and the last thing that we're going to do in this round is we also teach the puppies a release word or a reset cookie. You'll hear me use those two terms interchangeably probably. And basically I just want to tell the dog that they can get the food on the ground that I'm offering them. Lulu, okay. Right there, okay. Super. Lulu, okay. Okay. Use your nose. You just flung it with your foot. Okay. Good girl. There you go. You're happy. Okay. Super. There you go. Okay. Right there. Okay. Good job. All right. So you'll see how we use that release word or the reset cookie and some of our other behaviors coming up here in a minute. But we just did 3 things in a row. These are tiny little babies, so now we're going to play again, okay? We did charging the clicker, following a food lure, teaching the release cue. Whoa, you did a little wipeout. I like to do a few things in a row, then we'll play a little bit, and then we'll move on to our next round, okay? What are you doing? Woo-hoo-hoo. Lulu is very cute. You're so tiny. Why are you the tiniest dog? Okay. Let's move on to our next round here. Gonna put the toy away. I'm gonna grab some more food. And this time we're gonna start with a hand target. Now, this might look similar to following a food lure, but it is different. Okay, so let me show you the food lure again. Okay, this is where the puppy's connected to my food hand. See that the whole time? Good girl. Hand target is different because I disconnect from the puppy and then I mark and feed when they reconnect with my hand. So watch this. Lulu, touch. Super, and we call this touch. There's a video in your video library. You should watch it. Lulu, touch. Good dog. Let's do one more of those. Oh, you got an itch. Oh, is it your collar? Lulu, touch. Super dog. All right, and then here's one that everyone teaches their dog right off the bat. So we do too. And that's sit. I'm gonna get her on that food lure. Okay, Lulu, sit. Good girl, good sit. And we're gonna use the release cue. Okay. Okay, so I'm telling her when she doesn't have to keep sitting anymore. And I'm also feeding her more than one piece of food for the sit. Okay, so watch this again. Sit. Feed her first piece there. Feed her a second piece for staying. Then I say, okay, which means you're allowed to get up now. All right, watch that one more time. Lulu, sit. Good puppy. There's one, there's two. You can even feed them three, I don't care. Okay. You can feed them their whole dinner that way. Wow, you're so smart. Oh my God, she fell over. You're so smart. Oh, we should do one more thing. All right, so we did hand targets, sit. Now we got to do your mat. Yeah, then we'll play. All right, the mat is going to turn into a stay-like behavior or place if you're familiar with that. This week it's not going to look like a stay at all, okay? Because these are 9-week-old puppies. We got to build it. Get your paws on there, good girl. So I marked for 4 paws. And similar to the sit, I'm feeding more than one cookie. Okay. And then I'm saying, okay, that they can come off. It's right here. Okay, good girl. Pick up the mat, move it, do it again. There's 4 paws. We feed, feed, feed. Good girl, Lulu. Okay. Super dog. Let's do one more. Gotta reload on my food. We gotta reload. She wants to play. Yes, you're on the mat though. We're gonna play next. Oh my goodness. Feed, feed, feed. And then, okay. Yeah, okay. You got it. Super puppy. All right. Let's take a little play break. She's revving. Are you revving? Huh? Where's your toy? Ah! I don't know. Lulu's pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. They're all cute. Give me this toy. Give me this toy. They also all really like the flirt pole. I love that. I love when the puppies like want to play with the toys just as much as they want to like engage with the food and the training and everything. It's a well-rounded puppy. Good girl. Give me that. All right, so we did hand target sits. We did the mat. The mat's fun because, you know, you'll see how that progresses every week and it actually does start to kind of look like a stay. Let her catch that one more time. I love a flirt pole because the dog can run all over the place and I just stand here. See that? Good girl. You get it. All right. I'm going to steal this from her again and I'm going to show you the last round. Round 3. Can I have that? Thank you. All right. We introduced the puppies to their harnesses this week. Come here, Lulu. Wow, look at you, little baby. She's teeny tiny. She's got the extra small harness here. These are the step-in style harnesses. I find it easiest to hold your puppy, stick their little feetsies through like I just did. Then we're gonna do the Velcro on the back. Then we're gonna do the little snap. And look at that, your puppy is dressed. Okay, no fuss, no fight. Sometimes they might struggle a little bit while you're holding them. I just stop, hold still, wait for the puppy to calm down, then I'll keep going. I don't want to put them down because I don't want them to learn that fighting me gets them out of something that needs to happen, okay? So these puppies have all been great with their harnesses though. Like, look at her, these dogs are like, yeah, this is fine. Sometimes they act like they're wearing little straight jackets and they can't move the first week. It's kind of silly, but these puppies, I don't think anyone's really done that. Okay, so I'm getting some more food here. I'm going to show you our last round of things. I don't have a video for this one in week 1, but next week we'll be working more specifically on sending the puppies into the crate. So I found that when there's not bedding in here, sometimes they're a little hesitant to walk on a different type of surface. So this is also just good socialization to practice bringing them onto different types of surfaces as well. And just like with the mat, like you can click that and feed them for coming on. Okay. And use that reset cookie to let them come up. It's right there, you guys. In week 1, they like don't know how to find food on the ground. They learn though. They learn. It's just their motor skills are just terrible because they're babies. Okay. There you go. Good girl. Wow. Get back on here. Super dog. Ready? Okay. Let's do one more. These puppies have also all been like fine with this. Yay! Good job. Okay. All right, so you'll see how we do more of this inside the crate next week with them when we practice more specifically with that. You're so cute. All right, let me grab a little bit more food here. And the last thing I want to show you are some handling exercises, okay? So our puppies are going to require a lifetime of grooming and veterinary care, and especially these puppies are going to have to go to their groomer like every 6 weeks just with like their coat type, right? So I want to teach them that handling is a good thing, it's a positive thing, so we start when they're young. I've got food in this hand. I'm not using the clicker. I'm going to say yes when I give a cookie just because I need both hands, okay? So I'm just luring her to hold still up here with the food. I'm going to give her a big pet, yes, from like the top of her head all the way down to take this one that's right there, good. All the way from the top of her head, all the way down through her tail. Yes, I just want to make sure the dog's fine with that. They are. Then I'm going to move on to more specific body parts. So ear, yes, I just pick one up. I gently massage. Yes, do that to the other ear. Good girl. We can do this with feet. So front feet, yes, I pick up. I gently massage the feet or the toes. Good girl. I'm going to do this to the other foot. I have too much food in my hand, I think, right now. Yes, I'm like dropping it. That's a big piece. Good girl. I also like to take my hand and put it under their belly. Yes, you see how I just kind of moved her like that? That's how your vet or your groomer is probably going to restrain the dog when they need them to stand. So get them used to having your hand underneath their belly like that. And see, I'm feeding her while I'm restraining her, creating positivity, not just doing it because I can. I'm pairing it with something positive. Tail, yes. We can do this with her back feet as well. Yes, good girl, super dog. Okay, I'm not pulling on the tail, I'm not pulling on her ears, I'm picking up, I'm gently manipulating, I'm gently massaging, I'm pairing it with food. These behaviors should only be practiced by adults, okay? Good girl. She did great, so you'll see how we keep adding things to the handling exercises each week as well. All right, so then I'm just gonna ready to play. I'm gonna get her back in her toy for a little bit. We're gonna play a little bit, but Lulu did amazing. She did really good. She loves her toys. She's a happy, social little puppy. Again, if you have any questions, you want to get that Zoom lesson booked sooner rather than later, you know, just respond to that confirmation email, reach out. We can answer your questions. We can get your Zoom lesson booked. All right. All right, Mama. So we'll see you guys for week 2.